Greetings guys, today I open a new rubric, a new heading, lectures, lessons in English. So many people ask me to do it before, and now I finally decided to do this. Alright, so welcome to my new playlist, which is called English and English, Lessons, Lectures. Today I'm going to explain something about the position of the right hand. This is a very interesting topic, and as you know, many guitarists argue, discuss about which one is better. Classical position, when your hand is lowered down a little bit, like this, modern, but I prefer to call it the position with bent or curved hand. And the second is modern position, modern posture. And now we are discussing today about advantages of both two types of the posture. My main point is you have to use both, because if you use only one, this is a restriction, this is like narrow consciousness, probably a little bit. Here, in this case, if you use only one of them, you lose many advantages, many good things. We begin from the advantages of the classical position, I mean bent hand. So the first advantage is tremolo. I assert only by this way you can play tremolo very well, very beautiful, even smoother, evener, and faster. Because with a straight hand, almost impossibly to play very well tremolo. Now you can compare listening both options of tremolo. Sounds awful and terrible. And with bent hand, of course, now I'm playing with all 5 fingers with the pinky. So the same with Barrios. And the next one option. Faster, easier. You know, the sound is much more accurate, like pinpoint with this sound extraction. So why is difficult? Now we consider the reasons. The first reason is the location of your fingers and the string. So tremolo implies playing on one string. Only one, yeah? But your fingers are located in vertical line, and your string is located in horizontal line. This is contradiction. This is like very big inconvenience, uncomfortable way. That is why we have problem, because all your fingers always get tangled. They interfere with each other. Do you understand? They interfere because they can't play comfortable playing only one string. Because look, this index finger must always crawl forward. is almost straight, whereas the others are more curved. So this is like anti-symmetry. And the second reason is the way of the sound extraction. This sound extraction is more complex, more complicated, because we have both who taking a part in the sound extraction. Nail, the first is nail, and the second your finger, top of your finger, fingertip. Besides, you have to pass a little bit distance, making a whistle, making the whistle. So in this sound extraction we have whistle, passing distance, yeah, because of the friction, rubbing, yeah, and a little bit pressing into the string, more deeper, because such sound extraction implies pressing a little bit. But this sound extraction is more simple, more plain. Only your nail extracts the sound without finger, without pressing into the string, without passing a distance. But tremolo, what is a tremolo? Tremolo is something very, very fast with high speed. The distance in time between every notes, every hit, very, very short. I hope everything is understandable, very short. So, and just imagine doing this short process, very short. How many notes I play per second now? How many notes? Millions. And doing this, you have to add something very complex, very complicated. Pressing, passing distance, both nails and fingers. This is very incredible complex. That is why for tremolo this is very unsuitable. The second advantage is playing scale or passage technique. Of course, if it's very slow, you can use both hands, it's okay. Or a little bit faster, yeah. But if you want to play something very crazy, something fast, something in cosmic speed, you can't do it by this straight hand, never, because this is more complicated. Reasons absolutely the same. So it's like tremolo, because 5 or 3 notes per string implies the same. So one line, horizontal line, but your position is vertical. So definitely your fingers will get tangled and interfere each other, because every finger wants to crawl forward and they interfere definitely. It makes more complicated. Yeah, and the second reason, the same absolutely with the tremolo, I just repeat it again. The way of sound extraction more complex, because pressing, passing distance, and so on. Yeah. So the next advantage is playing bass strings, because we have, by the way, not only whistle, but besides whistle we have like clattering, knocking. Something like this, knocking, clatter, clattering, whistle, yeah. If you play bass strings, your whistle and your clatter will be stronger, definitely. Look, listen. Are you serious? Are you going to play this sound? Comparison with this. And by the way, my strings now are very old. If I put new, the whistle and the clatter will be stronger, much stronger. So anyway, if you play something tremolo or passage technique or something else, when you pass to the bass strings, you definitely have to change your position from, I don't know, from this one or from something in the middle to completely curved hand to avoid whistle and knocking. Yeah, always. The last advantage is playing melody. If you play only melody, for example, with another guy, with I don't know, in duet, for example, or just melody, you have to apply appaiando and with curved hand, because if you want to avoid whistle, rubbing, friction, yeah. All right, so now we consider the advantages of the straight hand, and the first one is the sound. The sound is deeper, and you know, this tirando equals absolutely this appaiando. So just imagine everything that you are going to play with straight hand is appaiando. Everything, even arpeggio, it's like appaiando. Sounds the same, absolutely. Yeah, just listen. Tirando with straight hand. Appaiando with curved hand. Naturally, the sound a little bit different, but the depth equal, absolutely identical. Because if you compare with tirando this one with bent hand, tirando more deeper, appaiando, tirando more deeper with this one, but appaiando almost the same. So just imagine you play everything with appaiando. So all arpeggio sound better with straight hand. It's obviously. Yeah. For example, this one. Why? Because it's more convenient, comfortable, because we have coincidence. Your fingers coincide with the strings, so you don't have to play something in one line, something in horizontal line, but now you have to play vertical strings which stand in a row, and your fingers the same stand in the row in the vertical position. So we have coincidence, and it creates very comfortable feelings for your fingers, for your hand in general. So that is why for arpeggio much better to play with this. So this is like second advantage. The first one was just sound in general, and the second, you may play arpeggio all chords, for example the same. By the way, this is a very good example when I change my hand, because here I start from the straight hand and then I turned it to the bend. Just look. In order to avoid whistling, rubbing and friction, overtones, very unpleasant and strong overtone, loud, it sounds very loud. But you know, if you want to play something very fast, even arpeggio, I recommend you to turn to the bent hand, to the curved hand, because you can get it better and faster. This is my maximum speed with a straight hand. And now just listen the second option. So if you want something cosmic speed, if you want to get something impressive, very incredibly impressive, so just apply this method. I mean, turn your hand down a little bit and play this. So our conclusions are: if you don't play tremolo or something very impressive and fast, just something crazy, and accept strings, bass strings, so the rest you have to play with straight hand. So majority of your pieces, of your time, you may use straight hand. Because all chords, because all arpeggio, sound better. And if you want to play tremolo, if you want to play bass strings, if you want to play fast speed and scale passage technique, you have to use curved hand. Or it depends on the style. Because this is just different sounds, there is no one of them which is correct. Both types are correct, both types are good. Depend on your piece, I mean composition, depend on your mood, depend which sound you want to extract. So just let me tell a story, short story about how did I learn it. So of course from my music school, from my zero level, when I was beginner, I started to play guitar with this hand, with classical. Yeah, so and probably only in the, not probably, I know it, after my third grade in college, between third and fourth, I found one very, very clever, very smart teacher, and he taught me like private lessons. And he explained me a lot about sound extraction, about pressing deeper. This is another topic, we won't discuss about this right now. And then I learned again the other method, the other hand, the other way. And I remember how I needed to play everything very slowly, because it was something very new for me, inconvenient play with another, because I get used to play only by one hand, as many guitarists do. And for me, something new was very inconvenient, very strange, something new, unknown, and I couldn't play very fast. No, I couldn't play even in the middle speed. So maybe like this. So I began to play everything is very low speed. Yeah. So, but after 2 months or even 1 month, I don't remember exactly, I could use both types of hand, and now I usually use both. Actually, for me, does not exist any strict position, any strict posture. So I can play like this, like this, like this, like this. Depends on my nails, depends on what I want to play. For example, tremolo or scale technique or just arpeggio. Depends on the style of composition, depends on the timbre, depends on which sound I want to get. More sharp, but more accurate. More accurate, sharp, and more distinctive. Or just more deep, like this. Deeper, more tender. So, and now I feel very freely my hand. So my right hand is very free. It can play whatever I want in any position. So for me, it does not exist the concept of position itself. Just does not exist, because I can play this one. Yeah. So it's like a new comprehension of the right hand. So I recommend you do the same. Just don't be restricted in the one point of view, because each of them has its advantages and its weaknesses. I hope everything was understandable. Sorry for my English. So my English will be better, I hope, and you will understand more profound. Now, from today, I'm going to create 2 videos in the same time, like at once. One of them in Russian and the second in English, just in the same time, in the same days, in the same topic, of course. Okay, thank you very much. See you.